Cambridge Technical Level 3 in Health and Social Care and Childcare, Unit 1. This is PowerPoint 3 of 3 PowerPoints for Learning Outcome 1, Understanding the Relationships in Health, Social Care or Childcare. In this PowerPoint, we're going to be looking at how context can impact relationships. It's important to consider how different contexts can impact on the different types of relationships of individuals, their families, professionals and practitioners. Your first task, you can pause the PowerPoint here to have a go at completing this task. You need to think about formal and informal situations in health and social care and childcare. First of all, I want you to think about what are the benefits of formal communications. So why do we need people to communicate formally? And what are the negatives of formal communications? Try to jot some notes down here. Hopefully, completing your task, you have come up with some of the benefits listed below. So benefits of a formal communication are that it can be more reliable to send important issues like order and directions when you're being formal. Formal routes help to create discipline in the mind of the employees in a workplace. Otherwise, they may take advantage, perhaps cut corners, which can cause a risk to those they're looking after. Authority is delegated by superiors to help people working below them, and it helps to communicate to the workers what they need to do. It helps with the coordination of work. Formal communication like letters, memos and reports are kept permanently. So it's important that these are kept securely and they're useful in future decision making. It is polite and respectful, a formal communication, and there are clear boundaries. The management manages to stay in control and highlights who is in charge of the workers below them. Disadvantages of formal communication. It's quite rigid. It's seen that the sender of the communication is of a higher authority and that the person receiving the information is a lower authority. This can cause conflict. Often the superior order cannot be disobeyed for worries of retribution, such as being reprimanded at work. It creates a lack of personal relation. It can create distance between the people communicating, and some people may find it intimidating. We're now going to look at the benefits of informal communication. So informal communication usually occurs between you and your friends, and also between colleagues, such as nurses that have worked together a long while. It's casual, relaxed, spontaneous. There are no rules, there's no chain of authority. You're able to speak more freely and openly. Information is not checked by your management, and there's no paper trail or documentation. There are some disadvantages of informal communication. You may have noticed this in your friendships, that it can create gossip or half-truths, distorted information, and quite a bit of gossip. It lacks secrecy, there are no rules, and rumours can be created. More slang is used, incomplete information is passed on, there can be misunderstandings, a lack of conduct and decorum, communication can be full of mistakes as it's not officially written down or there's no official channels. So there are actually quite a few disadvantages of informal communication. I'm now going to focus on the benefits of a one-to-one communication. So we looked at informal and formal, but actually the benefits of two people conversing. So it can be more meaningful. It can help build loyalty and trust. It can be personalized feedback. It can help build positive relationships. More people could benefit. It's more personal and could benefit people that are shy. It helps provide an ideal environment to exchange feedback. The one-to-one communication can be more individualized and personalized, and it allows reading of body language. However, there are disadvantages of having a one-to-one communication. People in a one-to-one communication might feel a little bit intimidated by the person that they're talking to, and they might not open up as well. They may prefer sharing ideas with a group, so there's lots of people there and there's lots of different opinions and feedback. And it can also be hard to find time for a one-to-one communication. It's easier for a manager, for example, to feed back to a group of people rather than people individually. Now we're going to have a look at the benefits of group communication. People are able to share their ideas with others, brainstorming. It can allow for brainstorming, sharing of advice. It can increase work productivity. It helps improve problem solving. People are able to break tasks into chunks, and they can share the workload rather than one person taking it all on. It can increase creativity. In regards to health and social care, experts could work together to come up with plans to improve an individual's health and well-being using their experience together. The disadvantages of a group communication. Groups can only often be effective if there's actually a group leader, someone in charge of the group, helping direct it, make sure everybody's opinions are heard. Sometimes people are not confident enough to share their opinions in a group. And there's unequal participation. Sometimes somebody can dominate the whole group and it's all about them and their ideas, that it doesn't give those that are a little bit more quieter to express their thoughts and opinions. There is no real independent or individual thinking. It can be time consuming. Sometimes people dominate group communication, like I said, which can be off-putting to others, and there can be conflicting opinions, and this can sometimes cause arguments.